What's biased, untruthful, and one-sided? The media. This is your host, Josh Myers. The media has always been a little one-sided when it comes to opinions, but what happens when somebody gets on live TV, for example, and has a different view? Check out CNN when they cut off a congressman as soon as he mentions WikiLeaks and how the satellite just happens to disappear.
In fact, through WikiLeaks, that she says one thing and...
Oh no. All right, let's see if we can get Congressman Collins back. Obviously, we just lost the satellite feed. That sucks.
So maybe some news stations do just have a little satellite mishap. But what does former Fox and MSNBC reporter David have to say about Fox's credibility?
Shift. I mean, the credibility gap at Fox News has been there for a long time, and I think it is finally catching up with them.
The credibility gap at Fox News has been there for a long time, and I think it's finally catching up to them. David, I think that's been going on in all the news sources for a long time. News station doesn't need a satellite malfunction to stop a broadcast. Check out on this show where Ryan Anderson tells Ed Schultz how he feels. Ed Schultz doesn't need a satellite problem. He just abruptly cuts him off and tells him that's enough. Because who wants to hear both sides anyway?
The bottom line is you can go to his website in 2000 and you can see exactly what he wrote on his website when he ran for office in 2000. And if you don't think that's discrimination,
it's not
you need to be
discrimination
counseled up a big way.
To think that marriage
Good
is
to have
the
you
union of a
with
man
us,
and a
gentlemen.
woman
I
isn't
appreciate it.
discrimination.
I apologize for the guy from the Heritage Foundation who can't have a civil conversation.
And NBC also wants to jump in on the satellite and technology problems of their station. When Kellyanne Conway starts to make a valid point, oops, there she goes.
A detailed explanation of how he's going to do this. Oh, it looks like we lost the feed there. This was not on her or anybody. We will figure that out. It's been a busy morning. Our apologies.
When a CNN reporter starts to get questioned too hard, he immediately goes to insults and then a quick cut of the camera and we're done.
Clinton, and it's just a cheap shot that. Can you please stop? Can we stop? Can we cut him off, please? Thank you. Thank you. We're done. Thank you. We'll be right back.
Now, sometimes the news doesn't have to be biased. Maybe they just want to race bait. Check out what happens on a live Fox News show when Shep Smith gets sick and tired of the race baiting and fights back to his co-anchor.
You mentioned parents. Where are the parents?
Well, you know, I've not been on the phone with them. But if we want to sit here and indict the civil rights community and indict the parents for what we're watching right now, instead of, for now, just covering what happens and then later talk about whose fault it is, because we don't know whose fault it is.
Can I just jump in, Chuck? No one's indicting anyone. We're watching the pictures. We're asking legitimate questions. A lot of our viewers are probably asking the same questions.
Bowling.
Like
the question was, where are the
out?
parents? Surely you don't expect me to know that. Then all of a sudden, an African-American man is taken into a vehicle and he comes out of it and dies. And you get nothing from authorities except a suspension. And then those who would do harm take an opportunity to do harm, and here we are. But it's what has happened between all of that and today that has led to this. There is no escaping that reality.
That's just the national news, right? The local news we can trust. Those are closer to home, smaller branches? No. I once used to be a reporter for South Florida Underground News, a small online news source, and I went to do a story on the controversial drug kratom when it was having legal issues. I got there, showed up, asked if I could do some interviews, and their response was, we don't talk to reporters. The most biased news source, CBS 12, wrote an article about us that we did not appreciate. It was biased and one-sided, and did not at all show the effects of kratom on the good side. So no, even the small news sources can't quite tell the truth when it comes to issues. Unfortunately though, the media is only here to brainwash us now. They use Trump's words against him to try and change things. They take pictures out of context and use different angles that don't at all relate to the story. They go after Hillary for things that were never even said. They accuse people of old conversations that were had years ago. But we still listen to them. Why? About who's not biased news. It's about which one side do you want and all their lies. Because you can only pick one. So do you trust the news nowadays? I wouldn't. They're a bunch of liars and you can't believe a single thing. Not even your local news is. So next time you read that article, don't quite believe everything that's said until you do a fact check of what they're saying. Because even our media is not honest now. This is Josh Myers.